Hey everybody, welcome. If you're new here, welcome informally. My name is Raven. Here on my channel you're going to find some speed builds. I do want to do let's plays in the future, but for right now we're just doing speed builds, primarily family homes, which is exciting news because of the new pack coming out here in March, which I'm super excited about. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming back. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a really great day, night, evening, whatever it is that you're having, week, year, month. 2023 has sped by. We're already in February. That's absolutely insane. But you know what? 2023 has been really great for me so far. Knock on wood and good Lord willing the creek don't rise. Because, yeah, I don't want to accidentally jinx myself on that. Today I am making a little family home. I didn't want to call it a small family home because it is definitely, I can guarantee, 100 more than 100 tiles. I don't know how many, but I know it's not 100, so it wouldn't be classed as a small home in the tiny living pack feature. So I call it a little home because it is small and it is a family home. It is 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, with kind of like a bonus area. I have a basement that has a bathroom attached to it, so I put a laundry room in it, but if you don't want to play with laundry or you don't have that pack, you can delete it and make it a bedroom or whatever you want. So it's kind of like a 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a bonus space. Yeah, I found this little floor plan and little house on Pinterest. I thought it was super cute, so I decided to just kind of go for it, and it's darker than I usually go. Sort of on the exterior for sure, because I usually like to have the exteriors kind of be more bright. I typically like do white detailing instead of black, so that was fun. But I do really like how this came out, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. We're currently in Brindleton Bay on the Dashuns Creek lot. It is one of the empty lots you get. It's like on the top right corner. I didn't write all of this down, and I kind of feel bad about it because I usually do. And I have this kind of information ready for you when I start my voiceovers, but I totally forgot to write it down, entirely spaced it. So we're just going to wing it today. But I really do like how this house came out. It was really easy. Like, I was kind of worried because the outside is darker than usual, and I don't think I've ever built a red house like in all of my years of playing this game. So I was a little bit like, is this gonna look like a barn? I don't think so. I decided to just keep rolling with it, and I can change it up later if I didn't like it, and I ended up liking it, ended up keeping it. I liked how it came out, honestly. Here I'm prepping out what I wanted to do with landscaping, but I don't actually do the landscaping till the end of the build because I had me a feeling that I was going to change a couple things, and I ended up not changing anything at all, just because I really liked in the end like how it came out. I do tweak quite a few things while doing this floor plan here. For instance, the placement of these bedroom walls and the placement of the basement stairwell room. I tweaked it a little bit, but I do really, like I said, enjoy how it came out, and I hope you guys do too. It is available on the gallery right now for download at Ravynthesimmer, spelled the same exact way as my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter under the same handle as well. So if you're interested, you could totally check those out. But yeah, here I am just kind of tweaking up the floor plan a little bit. I changed it. I couldn't stand the doors being so narrow and close to each other like that. And I do end up tweaking this just a little bit more too when we start working on the kitchen, but you'll see that here in a minute. I decided to bring in these pillars and the archways from outside because I thought it would be kind of neat to kind of like notate that from being outside the build to also being inside, so it wasn't like super drastic. Because the outside is dark, I do predominantly like more lighter interiors because I think that it makes the space look more open than closed. I was a little bit worried about bringing in the dark colors, but I tried it anyways, and I like how it came out. Not every room is dark, but the majority of like the color choices and color swatches are dark. And then I used this wood flooring from goodness, I'm totally spacing the name of it, but it's my favorite flooring. It's the one where you get I can't remember. I'm sorry. Please don't get mad at me. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, anyways, here I am working on the entryway. I did do the rest of the floor plan there. I decided to have like this little chair and like little entryway with like I put some shoes underneath and a little coat rack in the corner, just kind of like your average everyday entryway stuff. I decided to go also with this kind of like blue-green kind of color. I am worried a little bit because at some point you guys are all going to realize I don't know my colors that well, and I'm really worried about what's going to happen when that comes out. So I think I'll just put my cards on the table as it is. Colors are not the strongest thing for me, and it's fine. I've made it now a quarter what? I'm 26, so I've made it like most of my life, or at least a quarter of my life if I make it to 100 without like, knowing it. So I think I'll be okay. Just don't judge me. I added these red flower boxes to the outside. I thought it really complemented not only the house color, but like bringing in some more splash of colors. So that way when I would do the gardening later, I can bring in more colors in the flowers and not have it seem like it's clashing too hard with the house. I really did enjoy that. I added this beautiful, beautiful emerald green color into the walls there in the what the hell is that called? Sorry that I said a bad word. The entryway there. And now we're working on the kitchen. I decided to use these Dream Home Decorator cabinets in a swatch I've never used. It's like this really pretty, like, is that like mocha brown, like coffee brown color? It's gorgeous. I don't know why I've never used it before, quite honestly. And then I decided to pair it up with this white subway tile because I liked the way that it kind of brought out more brightness in the white countertop, as opposed to doing something like with a green or a blue tone. But yeah, I added under cabinet lighting as well, just to kind of help brighten things up because I didn't want it to be so swallowed up in the floor and the cabinets, and it seemed like super dark in here, but I really do like how this came out. I don't know if I'm the only person, and this could totally be like user error only, but like I've been having a really hard time with snapping curtains onto windows lately. They get placed weird, and I think it has something to do maybe with the update. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, like, and it is entirely user error, which would be hilarious, but not off-brand for me. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you are having any issues with the snapping of curtains too, because I would like to know if I'm alone. If I am, then that is a bed I made and I will lay in it. But here I am adding kitchen clutter, just making this place kind of look more homey, more lived in. I didn't put in the dish drying rack because I have a dishwasher, which is kind of unrealistic because I also have a dishwasher, but I have a dish drying rack also because you have hand wash dishes, but maybe they just store theirs under the sink. I don't know. I liked putting all of this kind of clutter in there. I thought like it looked lived in without looking messy. And I really enjoyed doing that. And I didn't change any swatch colors other than on the little utensil holder pot thingy right there on the left of the oven. I didn't really change any of the other colors. I kind of left them as B. And I don't know, I liked how it came out. And then here I am just centering this fruit bowl in these eco living and or lifestyle, because I can never remember what it is. The eco pack, I'll just call it that. The eco pack little flower like twig vases, because those are flowers. I don't know what to call them. But yeah, I noticed I was super hyped for the base game update that came with these little light switches. That is so cute, and it's such a nice little it's just a little piece of the puzzle that we were missing, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so glad that it came with the base game update. That way, like, I haven't gotten any of the new kits yet, which, ooh, when I do, it is over. No, I'm just kidding. But when I do, it's gonna be so much fun. I'll have so much more bathroom clutter. I'm not really into like the symptoms very much. I do gameplay on my own, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's just underwear, you know what I mean? But to each their own, as I say. I use this little teeny tiny little plant on the table. I thought it looked super cute. And then I use this beautiful plum. See, here's another color. Plum in my head is like a deep purple like this. plum in other people's head is more of like a red wine color. So let me know what you think of that. I also have been playing this game since it came out, and I just found out that there's a dinosaur swatch on a couple of these curtains, and I think that is super cute. I tried to be brave and go with a red curtain there, and I decided to not be brave and I went with black because it was safe. But I absolutely love the pairing of that purple wall color with the rug I used underneath of the table. I think it looks really cute. I'm going to adjust here the island counters, just kind of pull them out a little bit to give a little bit more space to that dishwasher to make sure there's no issues with interacting with it, and then adding some runner rugs, and that's pretty much the end of our kitchen. I'm going to, fix these lighting so they seem a little bit more centered, a little bit more purposeful. Throwing a plant up in this corner and then a little light switch, and we're going to call it done. I went with this very modern, but I'd like to say cozy modern living room. With this dark blue wall, which I think is an absolutely gorgeous color. And I went with like a black, white, and dark blue theme in here. I love how it came out. I think it's like a good mix of modern and cozy. I kind of feel like modern sometimes can be like really cold and like not, I don't know the other word for cozy, so we're gonna go with cozy. But I kind of feel like I managed it here, adding like softer textures and tones, as well as like the hardwoods, like the hard marble little table I have behind the couch. And then this table from Eco Pack, which I absolutely love. I got the chandelier from the high school pack, and then I add a big old plant in the corner here. One that I can't usually use often. I'm gonna change it out. I swear the big plant will be there, but I liked using the contrast of the black potters for those wall plants. I thought it looked really nice against the white wall with having the black trim window and the black fireplace. Then I added these white curtains. See what I mean? I don't know why I'm having such issues with it. Maybe it is just me, but I added white curtains because I thought that kind of added more contrast and it looked nice. This room is kind of like all contrast, honestly. And then I put a stand-up piano back here, which I saw in the new pack. We're actually going to be getting a stand-up piano. Fingers crossed there's a normal swatch, because the only glimpse of what we got was like a funky color, which is fine and dandy, but doesn't fit in most builds. So hopefully we have like some normal wood tone swatches, but you know what I mean. We know what to expect some days from The Sims. I put throw a candelabra. We're gonna pretend I said that right the first time, and a little vase, and then I add these two paintings, like kind of made it look like it was leaning against the piano. Now I'm just cluttering it up in here, and then gonna add another little plant over here and move on to the next room, which is a hallway. The hallway has one fish tank, 2 rugs, 4 lights, and 4 pictures. And then that is the hallway. There was a lot of thought and energy put into this. That's sarcasm for my more literal friends. But actually, I have been kind of pushing myself to do better bathrooms. So here I am doing a better bathroom. So it's not just a normal 2x3 with a bathtub shower combo, a shub, if you will, a toilet and a sink. So I threw in both here, and seeing as this is the only bathroom on the main floor, I did think it was important to add both a tub and a shower separately to kind of give more options. Obviously, like, not meaning like the 2 adults in there can shower together and bathe at the same time, but at least it's 2 for 1, right? Anyway, I am just kind of cluttering up this bathroom with the normal clutter stuff. I haven't gotten that clutter kit like I said, but once I do, I'm gonna freak out. My bathrooms are gonna get so cool. Swear. Promise. And yeah, I'm gonna add some paintings to this wall here. Just the average tiny living paintings that are just absolute my fave. And then I struggle bus so hard with these towels when I say like I edited out a lot of it. There was another thing I had to edit out. Oh, it's in the parents' bedroom. I'll bring that up in a moment. But then I add these little plants on the wall, and I figure like, hey, maybe there's those plants that do really, really well in humidity, and I add these little lights, which are like my second favorite lights in the whole of the game. I try to like season my builds up with different lightings per room that kind of match. Picking out that photo, I'm not kidding, I edited out about 5 minutes of me scrolling, trying to figure out which swatch, like which painting held that swatch, because I love that swatch. I figured we'd go black and white in here and use that kind of like painting to add color, and the red really spoke out to me. Red is a very strong color and very hard to decorate with, because it is just so demanding of the eye. So I was a little like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, but I went for it anyway, and I absolutely love how it came out, and I hope you do too. And then, yeah, we're just kind of adding photos, and I didn't know what to do really with the foot of the bed. I thought maybe about putting a TV on there, which you'll see I try, and I end up actually just putting bookshelf. And it's a very nice bookshelf. I think it's Base Game. No, it's the Machino Stuff Pack bookshelf. But I throw a vase on there, a sculpture of a woman on there, and then another little book kit on there. And then I noticed that seat would just pair perfectly with the dining room color. So I kind of threw it towards the end of the dining room, more into the living room. But yeah, I'm gonna put a chess table in here, and this is kind of when I realized that my curtains weren't center and they were bothering me really bad. So I had to place multiple so I can alt place it where I wanted it. In the end, it came out cool, but it was just a little bit more of a hassle. It could also be, that could specifically be because I have three different, I was going to say mirror, but three different windows, all on top of each other, so it didn't know what to snap to. I'll call that my own fail. And then I'm just going to throw in a dresser and a wardrobe, the best stand-up mirror in the game, and then call it a day. I decided to do saucer lights underneath of fans because I felt like, one, that's pretty realistic, and two, it does add a little bit more depth than just a normal saucer light. I went blue with the boys' room, kind of like this pinky purple color for the girls' room, which I thought looked really nice, and I kind of started figuring out their personalities. I did this color scheme of blue, green with warmer wood tones for the boys' room, and I figured that this is a child and then the daughter is a teenager. But the child's really into academics, and he's very academically gifted. So I have it kind of be more serious, if you will. It's not very whimsical or playful. I did do that in the teenage girl's bedroom, but here it's kind of more studying, and I did throw a toy box in here just kind of because he deserves a childhood. He deserves to play, but I think he has more intellectual, there we go, nice word, preferences than just playing toys. So I kind of liked to show that in the build itself. I thought the purple flowers of that rug matched the wall color really, really nicely. It is not what I went for in the end, but yeah. I'm pulling out some posters here from Strangerville and from the high school years pack, which I really like the artwork that came with the high school years pack. I think it's very diverse, and there's a lot of it, and it helps really tell the story about who your Sims are. So I thought that was neat. I throw a little mirror up here. It's got a lot of science stickers on it. It's orange, doesn't necessarily match, but it had science on it, so I said okay. And here I am. I kind of went more a boho soft theme in here, a little bit more carefree than the young man, the brother's bedroom. I absolutely added some more clutter in here than I did with the other ones. I kind of made it more just kind of more free-spirited. That's kind of what I figured this teenage girl was just more spirited than her brother. And she also had the bigger bedroom because she's older, and that's just how that works most of the time. I added these, I added a cute little alarm clock to the brother's room. I added a little flower and a salt lamp in here, and I'm just adding clutter. I figure maybe she does her makeup on the floor every morning before school. That's what I did when I was a teenager. We've got piles of laundry in the corner here. Figured maybe she's into yoga, so I put a little yoga mat and a weight in here. Dirty mug, because of course. A water bottle, because also of course. And then I added some music stuff to be able to have them listen to music while they're in their bedrooms. But here I am working in the basement now. I figured that this bathroom would be very outdated, so it's got the cheapest of furniture, which can do one of two things. Once it brings the house price down, I mean, it is just a smidgen, but it does bring it down a little bit. That, and every time it breaks, you can build your Sims handiness skill by fixing it. Secondly, I like the texture of adding this painted brick. I think it looks really cool in here, so I'm glad that I kept it. And I'm kind of just building, I kind of figured this would be more like a storage laundry area. Of course, you can delete everything in here. Oh, I put a woodworking table as well. You could, of course, delete everything in here and repurpose it for whatever you want. That is the magic of Sims. You could literally set a whole fire to this house, burn it to the ground, and do whatever you want. I don't care. You have free reign over my downloads. If you want to take it and then just redecorate the entire thing because you like the floor plan, please by all means do that as well. If you do that and you have an Instagram or a Twitter, post a pic and tag me because I would love to see it. Like, genuinely, I would love to see what you guys do with these builds. And if you keep it or if you destroy it, I mean, I can take a hint. But here I am, I'm working on the backyard now, just kind of like formatting where I want to put like all the plants and shrubbery. And I did something kind of silly where I was like, okay, typically when I build, I want to make sure that you're not paying for much of the landscaping, because you can get free landscaping in the debug menu, but I misspelled one of the debug commands. So while I was like, these all cost money, so I'd like to say oops. They all like 46 or something like that simoleons. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. If you want to make it a lot cheaper, you can always delete these shrubs and put in the free ones. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through here and finish up the landscaping. It was pretty fun, and the rest of the landscaping I'm fairly confident is $0. I did catch my mistake eventually, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of finish up landscaping here. I'm gonna put in some backyard activities to do, including but not limited to a grill, some trash cans, a basketball hoop, and a telescope. Maybe some more. I'm pretty sure it's just that though. And then we'll be off to screenshots. However, I did want to point out that I liked using, I said this before, but I really did like using the planter plots here with the colorful flowers because it let me bring those colorful flowers out into the garden without having to feel like I was restricted by the darker color scheme of the house. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye!